Well, that was interesting. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Lynn just asked a question about where is the scavenger hunt. Lynn, everything is taking place in the Facebook group, and in the emails that you've gotten about the event, there should be a link to the group there. It is MC2-Michelle's Creative Corner group. And if you have any other questions, well, actually, maybe I can add a link in the comments here. Let's see if I can do that. Oh wait, not there. Hold on. I just need to go here. If I put, okay, so there is a link to the group where all the posts are being made. So the videos are being streamed to both YouTube and to the Facebook group. All the posts are numbered. They start with JA23. That very cleverly indicates that it is the January through April of 2023 mini catalog. So, um, all right, so we have gone through the mini catalog in 3 videos, and now we're going to take a look at the Sale-A-Bration brochure. So let's get going. All right, so here is the Sale-A-Bration brochure. Sale-A-Bration is it is one of the most wonderful times of the Stampin' Up! Calendar, and it has had a few changes over the last few years. It at one point was from January through March. Then we had a couple of celebrations, one in the winter and then one in the summer. And this year we have just one, and it is January and February. So a little bit shorter time frame than you might be prepared for, and then just once during the year instead of twice. So um, it can get quite confusing. But during celebration, you have opportunities to earn free selections based on your purchases. You have bonuses for demonstrators during celebration. There's a joining bonus, and we're going to talk about a lot of those over the next few posts. But right now, we're going to talk about the celebration selections themselves. So let's take a look. And I have some samples, and I'm just realizing that my carrots ones are not here. I may have to share them separately. Anyway, the first item is the Adorable Owls stamp set, and they are adorable. I had so much fun coloring them. So let me show you the samples I have, and we'll talk a little bit about each one. So this little guy, this little green-eyed guy, is he's added a few fun products with him. Now, there are no dies with this, but it's pretty easy to do some quick fussy cutting or cutting with your snips around them. I colored them all with Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol markers, and you can find those alcohol markers in the main catalog. So if there are Stampin' Blends that coordinate with the color, they are indicated in this bottom row. This is page 122, 123 of your catalog. If there's no number here, like these 3, then there are not blends that coordinate with those colors. Stampin' Blends are a set of 2 markers. One is lighter than the other. Okay. And then we have a set of natural tones as well. So you can read about Stampin' Blends right here. You'll find the item numbers down here. So, okay, back to my little green-eyed friend here. I have got an embossed crumb cake layer using the, okay, I'm going to have to look it up because I'll never get the name right. It's called Timber. It's a Timber 3D embossing folder. And then the Ringed with Nature, that hybrid model where there's a die that cuts out and embossed at the same time. So it has both an embossing folder and a die that cut out at the same time. And then those in color opal rounds as well. So, so cute. That is the first one. The second one, so he has Bermuda Bay colored eyes. And notice how cute. This is just my friend is stamped several times on the tag. And remember where that tag is from. That is from the Sentimental Park. Um, oh, Sentimental Park. I didn't know I'd be testing myself. Dang. Um, oh, oh. Something fancy dies, okay, that are part of the Big Sweet collection on, oh, it's not the park, something fancy. It's in the Fancy Flora suite, okay? So this die here, and they've used one of these little decorative ones where my ribbon is tied through. So, so super cute. It's actually the same owl on both of those cards, captured in flight. Then, and oh, should mention this paper is going to come into play as well. And I'll show it specifically when we get to it in the catalog, but or the brochure, but I'll just jump ahead and show you that it's right here. It's another mega pack of paper on page 14. All right, so we've used it a little bit there. What color blends? Okay, so soft suede, crumb cake, and Bermuda Bay on this guy. And on this one, the same, crumb cake and soft suede, but I used granny apple green on his eyes. So can you see his eyes? I'll have to post photos of all these samples I've shared. Then we have this sweet little guy. How cute is he? This is using the congratulations from, remember that kind and, oh my gosh, why wasn't I studying on the break, huh? Well, that was because I was busy doing something else. But it's oh shoot, kind and sincere. Yes. Okay. Kind and sincere for the win. So this stamp set, this is the congratulations here, and I just kind of, I didn't fussy cut it out, but I cut around it. All right, and then so granny apple green for his eyes and his little bow tie. Mango Melody are his feet, his beak, and then inside his little ears. Balmy Blue, I think, is everything else. So I did multiple layers to get a little darker there, used more dark than light, and then the lighter blend on his face and his chest. So, and that's that mega pack of paper, right? And we'll see that again in a few minutes. I gotta put that over there. And then how about this little birthday? Oh my gosh. So I've got Highland Heather. That's the purple color, lights and darks. I've got a little Flor de Flamingo in his ear, and then the little pom-pom and the stripes. Mango Melody on his beak and his feet. Pool Party in his eyes. I don't know that I said that or not, but super cute, and another sample of that mega pack of paper. So that is the adorable owls. So the 3 owls and 3 greetings. Hoot hoot, you're so cute, right? And then let's, as long as we're here, let's take a look at this mega pack. And I'm actually going to open, I have 2 partial packs already open over there, but it won't be in order. It'll be all jumbled up, and I want to be able to show you each design, right? Okay, let me shift my little owls around and create some space here. All right, move my owls over there. This is a pack of paper. So this is a selection, a $100 selection. So when your order totals $100 or more, $100, at $100, you qualify for a $100 Sale-A-Bration selection or two $50 Sale-A-Bration selections. So this is on page 14. It's called Dandy Designs, and it is 4 sheets each of 12 double-sided designs for a total of 48 sheets of designer series paper. And again, it's a heavy paper. And let's talk about the colors, as I didn't want to swap and grab it. Okay, so the colors listed on the back are Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. All right, so here we get a star pattern and a floral pattern. And does this look familiar? Because it should. You might remember the first template introduced in 2023 was this one, this little tucked corner. And this PDF is available for free over on my blog, just to give a sideline little shout out. Maybe I won't lose my place. I probably will. But anyway, this is using that paper as well. And so that was design number 1 and 2. Then here, this has got a real subtle pattern to it. I can't even get my camera to pick it up. It kind of did. And then stripes on the other side. I don't see any Balmy Blue in this, but I definitely see Freesia. I'm going to say that's Coastal Cabana, Mango Melody on that. Then here's those little polka dots that we saw on one of those cards. So got a little Fresh Freesia going on, and some of the Petal Pink, and then this one on the other side. So that was the inside layer of my card. And I don't know, these rounded squares are so retro looking in my mind. Of course, it goes back to the 70s, so maybe that becomes vintage at this point. I don't know, but this just screams Brady Bunch to me. And yep, I'm that old. And this pretty floral on the, I don't know, Fresh Freesia Highland Heather. And then here we have a plaid in that same color scheme and a grid on the other side. I love working with the grids like this, again, because it helps me line things up, and we all know that's where I need help usually. Then I'm going to say that that's a Calypso Coral and a plaid on the back side, and a Mango Melody pattern, big stripes. I know I've got to find some love for Balmy Blue. I'm either going to really, really strongly dislike it at the end of this period, or we are going to be best buddies by then. Of course, when I keep pairing it with colors I really, really love, I can't help but love it, right? Like here's some Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana. So yeah, I'm loving that. And then here's a grid on the other side. And then here's some polka dots. So polka dots on one side and a big stripe on the other. Then here's some Coastal Cabana coming in strong. You love Balmy Blue. Well, Pam, we could work together, couldn't we? So this one's got another subtle pattern to it, kind of a hexagon within a hexagon. And then cool plaid on this side has got some, it's got a green running through it, or that might be Bermuda Bay running through and it just looking green the way it is, or it could be Granny Apple Green. Don't test me. How about the stripe? I love this. This is all Granny Apple Green and white. And then another set of polka dots on that side. And then here's that same little stripe pattern that we've seen. And this has got some Granny Apple Green and some Balmy Blue and Bermuda Bay. And then loving that, right? So that is the big pack of paper called Dandy Designs. And you can choose that with a $100 order. Okay, so I've gotten that out of the way. All right, back to our program. Okay, so these Thanks a Bunch carrots. Where are mine? Okay, now I've lost. Okay, hold on, because they're here, and there they are. I'm really not sure. I do have a sample of a card I made, but it is not jumping out at me, so I'm not quite sure where it went. But so some fun little greetings. Everything's coming up carrots. I don't know if that is supposed to be something trendy, and I'm just not trendy. That could very well be it. But it's a lot of detail in these stamps to make these carrots look realistic. So, and I think this is kind of cute. Everything's coming up carrots, and you'll see that you might recognize the designs we just looked at in some of these papers here. These are actually stamped borders, or stamped, what am I trying to say? They've used these lines and then these little, well, they're not really hearts. They look like little clusters of 3 dots in each one. But then they've used some of the carrot top to make a design on cardstock, tone-on-tone designs there. So next up is the Dainty Flowers paper. Now, we've already taken a look at the stamp set, the bundle, the Dainty Delight bundle in the mini catalog, and now we've got paper to coordinate with it. So let me see what I've done with that. Is that this one? Yes. Okay. So this is all using the paper, and so the Dainty Delight paper, and we'll look at that paper in just a second. But let's take a look at the samples I've done first. So I've just colored this with some fresh freesia and soft succulent, and then brought in those opal rounds again. And then there's that shimmer textured paper for that one. And then this one, this is a punched heart from the Country Bouquet, and it's using that fine shimmer paper. And I told you it does not have a texture to it. It is smooth. And then the Celebrate You, and I am pretty sure that that is actually from the. I knew I should have grabbed these coordinating products. Okay, so yes, so here's the best is yet to come, and then here is the stamped image that is stamped here, and then the Celebrate You is from here. I love this font, and then this is actually a die cut from this bundle. It's right here, and then 2 circles. Now, does this remind you of one of the samples from the Love Cats that I shared a couple of weeks ago? Maybe. And then that fresh freesia open ribbon. Then how pretty is this? So you'll see this paper that there are several designs that form frames, and this is one of them. And then we've just cut an oval from the reverse side, and then thank you for your kindness stamped. And then this is another box card. Okay, so it stands up like this. Remember, we've made this a couple of times this year using the paper as well, and the framed florets. And then this is this stamped image here, and just lightly colored. And I even added some wink of Stella on some of those because, you know, Stella makes everything better. All right, let me pull out the paper, which I'm wondering if yes, I did grab it. Okay. All right, so let's look at this paper. The paper colors are Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Rich Razzleberry, and Starry Sky. So some deep, bold colors. So this pattern is all like a really soft green background, and then images, leafy images in green. And then we've got a Fresh Freesia polka dot on the back side. Then this one has got all this color added to it, and it's got some texture looking to its background. and then a blushing bride, really soft watercolor images on the back of it, or the front, depending on which way you're looking at it. This is a starry sky grid with, this is a really soft purple background, or actually a soft rich raspberry, and then all the flower images here are rich raspberry, and then a green that I don't know that I can identify. And then let's see, I think there's some patterns that we haven't seen yet. Pretty sure we've seen, oh no, we haven't seen this one. Okay. So this one, the images are a little larger than they were. So pretty much the same here. I think everybody needs Dainty Delight. So pretty similar images, just larger on this sheet. And then on this side, we get all of this watercolor and splattering. Isn't that cool? And then I love when we do this kind of thing where here's your card front right here. Cut this down the middle, cut a little strip out of the middle, and then you've got, you can make these 4 by 5 1/4 and get 6 card fronts from this single sheet of paper. Of course, you might like the back side because I'm a green girl, and I love this kind of watercolor, soft looking background on it. And then, oh, here's the one. So here are the oval frames. And then look, this would give you a lovely strip. If you're doing a portrait card, you could use this in a strip on the left. And then the back side is another sheet of a different watercolor and splatter look. And I think that that is all 6 designs, and you get 2 each. So how awesome is it? These are such great values. You remember that you should have been on Do Not Disturb. How dare you keep calling? That for your this free paper is valued between $12 and $15 when you've got 12 sheets like that. So that's a great value, and I love the coordination here. Now, keep in mind, this bundle is active in the mini catalog that runs through April. This coordinating paper only available through the end of February. And actually, at some point, that's while supplies last. So it may not be available all the way through February. Okay, that's that one. Then, and some beautiful samples here as well. I love the way they've done this on Starry Sky, the spread in the Starry Sky Designer Series paper. Now, this took some time to fussy cut around. Oh, actually, maybe that, you know what? I wonder if that die in the bundle actually cut that out. Okay. More to come on that. But then they heat embossed white on Mossy Meadow for the greeting and then cut it apart. I just think that's very clever of them. Okay, then we have more gorgeous paper and more coordination. So this coordinates with the, don't tell me, I'll find it. It's not that one. It's one that I don't have. I don't think it's that one. Oh, I don't recognize it from there. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to flip. Oh, actually, I bet it here. Duh. Okay. So, fragrant flowers. This coordinates with the paper. So again, getting all of this great value because the bundle is $48.50. That's almost it's kind of like buy your bundle and then get your paper for free. Almost. You just lack $1.50, right? Look at me doing math really fast. But this paper is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I don't have this bundle yet, but I have this paper, I have some samples, and I'm gonna show you. because my samples actually use this paper and the sending support stamp set. So check this out. This is in the Sale-A-Bration catalog, and we're just going to look at it. So some days are harder than others. Sending loving thoughts and prayers. Hope today is one of the easier ones. There are so many ways that you might, there are so many ways you might feel right now. Alone shouldn't be one of them. Here for you always. Good luck. It's okay not to feel okay. You've got this. My shoulder is yours. Courage is being really scared and doing it anyway. I love, love, love this. That just speaks right to my heart. And yes, this paper is so much prettier in person. You just can't imagine. So I'm going to show you the papers and then I'll show you my samples, okay? So 2 each of these designs. And let's see, let's go over the colors. Basic black, Blackberry Bliss, Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Mossy Meadow, and Petal Pink. Yes, I agree, Pam. It is such a nice stamp set. Okay, so, oh my gosh, so, so pretty. And then you've got a grid, Mossy Meadow grid on the back side. Look at this purple. So kind of a tighter grouping of the floral images with a Blackberry Bliss geometric pattern on the back side. Then this grouping is a little more spread out. And this is a black background, then Evening Evergreen leaves, and then the Fresh Freesia. Yeah, Fresh Freesia for our purple. It is gorgeous. And then you've got this really deep green pattern on the other side. Looks like evergreen with, what's the, so it must be Evening Evergreen and Mossy Meadow. So really an interesting combination, but very cool. Then we get the floral colors mixed in this pattern. And it doesn't want to separate. And a really soft petal pink on the back side. Okay, now I'm back to back side and front side, aren't I? Okay, then this one. So colors more spread out, black background, and then a Fresh Freesia geometric pattern on the other side. And then this is the same coloring that we saw on the first sheet. So it's a black background, Evening Evergreen, and then I'm going to say Petal Pink with Calypso Coral flowers and a Calypso Coral geometric pattern on the other side. So gorgeous, gorgeous paper that would not have called to me. Just, I keep it real, folks. I'll tell you how it is. And I told you I didn't like balmy blue, and then I pulled out everything that was balmy blue in this catalog, and that's still, yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at my samples. So these cards are made using the Memories and More note cards and envelopes. There are 2 sizes. These are 4x6 and 3x4. And, oh, I don't know if I can find the page. I'm going to have to check my index because I do not remember where Memory and More. Memories. Here we go, page 136. I was going to guess 127, but I know that's adhesive, so just about the time you learn the catalog, it changes. Okay, so here are the basic white assorted Memory and More cards and envelopes. So $10.50, you get 20 card bases and envelopes. So the small one is 3x4 and the large one is 4x6. And interestingly enough, the Memories and More note cards or card pack, they're 2 sizes, 3x4 and 4x6. So quick and easy cards made this way. So I have 4 cards that I made. So here's the first one. Used a frame from the framed florets. And then this is from, this little banner is from, it's a die cut from Stylish Shapes. And then you see a little bit of the background, the flips, the B side of the paper and the A side of the paper. But a super sweet note. And then this one, I actually fussy cut this flower and leaf. This is a die. I think it's going to be that same shapes one that I've already put away that I'm struggling to remember again, with a little of the gold shimmery paper. And then, you know, that not quite that, it's the opposite of the Tennessee cut, right? Then this one. So sometimes I struggle when I have a small greeting and a large card. What on earth do I do? But this is perfect. Okay, so we've used the tag, same set as this one. Remember, I'm going to have to go find it, aren't I? And then this is also part of that group, I feel sure. Is this Fancy Flora? Is that part of that? Darn it. Darn, darn, darn. Here. So something fancy. So here's that small one, and here is the tag. And then, you know, the grid side of the paper and then the flowers. So not overpowering at all, but I've managed to use a small greeting on a really large card, a 4x6 card. So yeah, pretty cool. These little flowers, I can't tell you where they come from right now. And then this one, so I've used the B side, if you will, a geometric pattern, and I've fussy cut the flowers out of it. Now, it's quite possible that if I had the dies that go along with this, it's quite possible that some of these will cut images from the paper, but I don't have them, so I can't test them, and I didn't read that well. So if any of you all did, then you should let us know, because I'm obviously not in the know this time. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Let's see what's up next. I like that this kit had that used this, because so often I struggle to get out of the box. This says it goes with the memories and more, so that's where I want to use it, and I forget that it can be used in other places. Thank you, Pam. I participated in some training earlier, well, late in December, and that's where those samples came from. Okay, in the country, I actually do not have this stamp set. It's not one that I am especially drawn to, although I did have seen some lovely samples made with it. This is gorgeous, and it's on page 12 of the brochure, but it's not me. So beautifully happy. We actually got it on stage, and I'm thinking, well, maybe not. So another two-tone stamp set, but it's distinctive. So you get, in that second step, you get all of the depth of color in this. And I guess I don't have samples from it. That's really odd. I keep thinking I should, but then maybe not. But take a look at how these are used. So this one isn't colored at all. And then these little leaves are die cut from, I'm not sure which one. This one, so they've stamped the thank you from the set. So here, it's a small greeting. They've stamped it on the circle, then stamped the flower here in the center. And that's just lovely. So it don't have to be complicated. Actually, I think they might have even colored that. But here it is again, And the stamp, because you want to get multiple colors from it. And I know I've used these. The second set, the second stamp in this is in pieces. So here's the floral piece, so you can color your flowers, right? And then here's the greenery piece, so you can add your greenery. So it's really cool that you get this single stamp that gives you this large image, and then you have the individual stamps that come along and let you add the different colors that you want, right? So I think that was quite clever. And actually, this piece is separate as well. Very, very cleverly done in this two-step stamping of it. So for a free item, this, and look, there's even a tiny little bee, which goes right there. Okay, I can put the rest of those away later. But so this is a $50 selection, pretty fonts, small. Okay, so you know, that's one place that I can struggle, is using that small greeting on a large card. But we have several samples here that show us exactly how it's done. And with the larger flower, it's a problem only in my head. We've looked at the the Dandy Designs paper and everything with it, and we've got more colors here. We've got some images from the annual catalog and the mini catalog pulled in to show how you would work, how you could work, giving you some more ideas on using that paper with the stamp sets that you may have in your collection. This, I think, is just lovely. And was that from Delicate Borders? I don't know. There are recipes available, and I just didn't use them. I showed you the On the Farm samples earlier because did I even show? Did I just graze right over the On the Farm because I had shown you the paper earlier? I have a feeling that I did. Yes. Okay. So here's the On the Farm. Remember, we looked at that paper in one of the first 3 videos today. And I'm pretty sure I shared my samples, but I'll pull those out again because I think they were stinking cute. This is one of my favorites with the tag and the images from the On the Farm stamp set or bundle. And then here's one that combines the Springs In from Charming Sentiments. That heart might be from Give It a Whirl, I'm not sure. And then here's a little landscape as well with, these are actually cut from the Designer Series paper. So, okay, now, there are a couple of other things that are mentioned in this brochure. So let's flip to them just briefly. When your order, your event totals $300 in retail sales, you're automatically going to receive the Scenic Garden stamp set. And you know, this is lovely. It's quite a beautiful scene. Here's a garden bench with a little rock pathway, gorgeous little floral image here, stacked pots of flowers, and then a garden gate. So some beautiful things that you can do here. And here are some samples with it. And look how this is even, so here's this, they've shown you how they did this card. They stamped on the Designer Series paper and then took their blends and colored it in. I would not have thought to do that. So that's a pretty cool thing to do. Then that is just during Sale-A-Bration. This boho blue machine. It's pretty stinking cute. So this is a mini cut and emboss machine. So it's just like the white one that we already have. It's just a different color scheme, right? Boho blue is a new color. This will be featured in the new annual catalog that will come out May 1st. So I just love this boho blue with the basic gray accents, right? And it comes with everything that you need. So all the plates. I've got mine all in all out of order here. Um, 2 acrylic plates. So there is the base plate number 1 for your dies. Okay, then you would use 2 2s. And this is, notice guys, this is all printed here on the instructions. Then you have plates 3 and 4, which are used with your embossing folders. And a lot of the times I actually do my die cutting with plate 3. I really need that with the white machine. And my friend Cindy said that she did not need that. She was able to use the white plate with her boho blue. So you can get this boho blue machine should you decide to join Stampin' Up, either to get the discount or it's just the best. It's simply the best value. And I would love it. I know some of my team members are on here, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this joining later on. But because it's in the brochure, I wanted to bring it up that during Sale-A-Bration, you have 3 options for selecting a starter kit until February 28th. And 2 of the options include a mini cut and emboss machine. You can get the blue one, you can get the white one, or you can pay less money for your kit and still get a high value in products. So for $129 plus tax, you don't pay shipping. You can select one of the machines and $175 in products, totally your choice. You can get the blue or the white. That's option 1 and option 2. Or for $99 plus tax, no shipping, you can select $175 in products and not the machine. So basically, you're getting the machine for $30. That's more than half price. Okay, so guys, we have now we've gone through the mini catalog, we've gone through the Sale-A-Bration, and we've done some door prizes, some door prize posts and interaction. Next up, there is a post about organization tips, and I sprinkled a few of those out in my videos already, right? I've told you about how my dies are included in the stamp sets. And did I share how I label them? I don't know that I did this time, but I share this a lot in my live videos. So you can't tell because I'd have to switch the camera down. But I label my stamp sets. That's JA23 indicates that this is part of the January to April 23. Now, technically this is a Sale-A-Bration, and sometimes I do put Sale-A-Bration on the side too. If there's a die or a punch, I put that on there. So in the next post, you're going to have an opportunity to share some organizational tips that you have. If you have an issue, a challenge in organization, throw that out there too, and let's see if we can't come up with some creative ways that we can help you. Now, I know that not everybody has access to this amazing cabinet. That's a very special cabinet that belonged initially was made for Genesco here in Nashville many, many years ago. And I'm quite blessed that it made its way to my craft room because 90 drawers, guys, they are 7.5 wide and about 10.5 deep. Amazing, amazing. But we can help you out with organizing whatever that means. If it's products, if it's samples, if it's your cards, I'd love an opportunity. We've got great brains in the group sharing thoughts and ideas. So share your best tips on that post. Share your challenges, and we'll see if we can't work together and figure something out for you. So that is coming up at 4 o'clock Central. I'll be live back at 5 to talk a little bit more about this machine and joining Stampin' Up, what it means to be part of my team, why I joined Stampin' Up, and why I stay. And I'll get my team members to give a little talk on that perhaps as well. And then we have a few more posts after that live at 5. and then I'll be back at 8 o'clock Central to do a wrap up and tell you more about the ordering special. Those are posts that are coming up, and answer any questions that you have at that point. So I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for being here with me. I know that that was a big commitment on your part. If you're catching the replay, thank you so much for coming back and watching the replay. And I will see you in just a little bit. And I'll be watching for your comments and jump in with anything I have as well. All right. I will see you again soon. Bye bye, friends.